Start. In the present case, it may not be really necessary to discuss the entire evidence available on record for the simple reason that the High Court acquitted the accused number 1 of all the charges and found no case against him. It is the accused number 1 who is stated to have demanded the gratification for clearing and sending wet grinder in Dubai. The High Court as well as the trial court found that there was no criminal conspiracy between the appellant and accused number 1 and therefore acquitted both of them of the charge under section 120B of the IPC. The High Court, upon reappreciation of evidence, came to the conclusion that the prosecution miserably failed to prove the charge against the appellant for the offence under section 13 within bracket 1 within bracket D read with section 13 within bracket 2 of the said Act. In this regard, the High Court found that there is nothing in the evidence of PW1 to arrive at any conclusion of appellant making any demand of gratification. PW1 stated that from the conversation between the appellant and High Court recorded that the alleged demand by the appellant on 2/10/1999 is highly doubtful and is not proved demand of any gratification by the appellant as there is no mention of such demand. The High Court accordingly acquitted the appellant of charges under section 13 within bracket 1 within bracket D read with section 13 within bracket D of the said Act. The prosecution story mainly rested upon the evidence of PW10, who is the central figure in the entire story of the prosecution. He did not support the prosecution story and was declared hostile. It was to him that the accused number 1 had allegedly made a demand of gratification on the morning of 1/10/1999. And it was in his presence accused number 1 repeated the demand when he went along with PW2 in the evening of 1/10/1999 to the air cargo office. This is the version given by PW2, but PW10 does not support his story. PW10 in his evidence stated that on 1/10/1999, accused number 1 in the morning hours suggested certain correctness in the documents as regards the valuation and description of the item that was to be sent to Dubai. When PW10 went back to office and told PW2, PW2 said that no correction need be made. Thereafter, both of them visited Air Cargo Complex. It is in the evidence of PW10 that he alone went inside the room to meet accused number 1 and told him that no corrections possibly could be made as PW2 was not interested in making the suggested corrections. But accused number 1 insisted for carrying out corrections if the item was to be cleared for its dispatch to Dubai. Stop.